The town of Hollow Creek was a place where shadows lingered longer than they should. The air felt heavy, thick with secrets whispered among the gnarled trees that lined the main street. I, Lucas Hart, had lived here all my life, and while the townsfolk went about their routines, there was an underlying tension that prickled at my skin. It was Halloween night when everything changed. The streets were alive with laughter and costumes, but I felt an unease gnawing at my insides. My friends, Jake, Mia, and Sarah, decided it was the perfect night for a haunted house adventure. I reluctantly agreed, hoping to shake off the growing dread. We set out toward the old Bellamy house, a crumbling structure at the edge of town, shunned by everyone. Legends whispered of a family who vanished without a trace and strange noises that echoed from the walls at night. I had always dismissed it as folklore, but that night, a chill ran down my spine as we approached. "Are you scared, Lucas?" Mia teased, her voice light, but her eyes flickered with excitement. "Not at all," I lied, trying to sound brave. The truth was, something about the house felt wrong. As we creaked open the front door, the air inside was stale, as if the house hadn't breathed in years. Shadows danced in the flickering light of our flashlights, revealing remnants of a forgotten life, broken furniture, peeling wallpaper, and dust thick enough to choke on. "Let's split up and explore," Jake suggested, his bravado masking his own fear. We hesitated, but eventually agreed, not wanting to appear cowardly. I wandered upstairs, the wooden steps groaning underfoot. Each room was eerily silent, but I couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. I paused outside a door, heart pounding, when I heard a soft whisper. "Help me." I stepped back, startled. "Hello?" My voice trembled, swallowed by the darkness. No answer came, only the echo of my heartbeat. Then I heard it again, clearer this time. "Help me." It was coming from behind the door. My curiosity overcame my fear, and I pushed it open. Inside was a small, dust-covered room. In the center lay a decaying old doll with cracked porcelain skin. Its glassy eyes seemed to stare right at me, a sinister smile painted on its lips. As I approached, the whispering grew louder. "Help me, please." Suddenly, a rush of air swept through the room, and the door slammed shut behind me. Panic surged as I turned the knob, but it wouldn't budge. The doll's mouth moved, and I realized it was no longer just a whisper. It was speaking to me. "Free me." With a surge of adrenaline, I grabbed the doll, my fingers trembling. "What do you want?" I shouted, desperate and terrified. "Find the key," it replied, its voice a haunting echo in my mind. "You must find the key to set me free." The room shook, and shadows spiraled around me. I felt the weight of something ancient and malevolent bearing down. Just as I thought I'd be consumed by darkness, the door flung open, and I stumbled out, gasping for breath. I raced down the hallway, my heart pounding. I needed to find my friends and leave this place. I burst into the room where I had last seen them, but it was empty. The house was alive, twisting in a way that made it hard to remember where I had come from. "Guys," I called out, panic rising in my throat. "Where are you?" A chilling silence answered. Then, from the corner of my eye, I saw movement. Shadows coalesced into forms, dark figures shifting and swaying. My pulse quickened as I recognized the outlines of my friends, but something was off. Their eyes were vacant, and their expressions were twisted into haunting smiles. "Lucas," Jake said, his voice echoing eerily, "we found the truth. Join us. Get away from me." I shouted, backing away, but the shadows closed in. "Help us," they echoed, voices merging with the whispers from the doll. I turned to flee, but the house seemed to conspire against me, the walls shifting, blocking my path. In my frantic escape, I stumbled upon the basement door, the last place I hadn't searched. With no other option, I plunged into the darkness, the air thick with dust and decay. I could hear the whispers again, guiding me deeper. As I descended, I found a small, dimly lit room at the bottom, filled with old furniture and a wooden chest in the corner. The whispers intensified, urging me to open it. Heart racing, I approached the chest and flung it open. Inside lay a tarnished key and a pile of crumbling photographs. I picked them up and froze. They were images of my friends, all taken in the Bellamy house, but the last one, it showed me standing outside, looking in, only I was never there. The realization hit me like a punch. The key wasn't just for the doll. It was for my friends. They had been trapped here, taken by the house, and the doll was their only hope. As the shadows slithered closer, I clutched the key tightly and raced back up the stairs, fueled by a desperate need to save them. I reached the main floor, where their ghostly figures loomed, eyes wide and pleading. "Lucas," Mia cried, her voice breaking through the haze. "Help us." I held the key up high. "I'll free you. Just hold on." But as I approached, the darkness surged, and the house let out a wail that shook the very foundations. "No," the voices screamed. "They belong to us." I plunged the key into the doll's heart, shouting, "You're free." The house shuddered violently, shadows screeching and writhing as the doll began to glow. Light burst forth, consuming everything. I shielded my eyes, and when I opened them, I was standing in the center of the room, alone. The air was still, the house silent. I turned to see the front door wide open, the outside world beckoning me. But as I stepped forward, I glanced back one last time. The doll lay on the floor, cracked and lifeless, but in its gaze I saw a flicker of hope. The house had claimed my friends, but perhaps, just perhaps, I had given them a chance to escape. As I stumbled out into the cool night air, I heard the whispers again, but this time they were softer, fading. Hollow Creek would never be the same, and I knew I had uncovered a darkness that would haunt me forever.